my little tip, my little trick that I learned is the way I cook my red meat now. I don't cook my red meat any other way. Like any other way. So after I get back from bus, I'll show you how I cook my red meat these days. I'm about to put you on. Today I'm making some like, I don't know, like beef stew, I guess. So these are my beef chuck cubes that I seasoned with some of this, slap your mama, some of this, and onion powder and garlic powder, and that's it. And I seasoned them when I got back from work, so they've been marinating for a little, like 3 hours or so. Alright y'all, so let's get into this. So first you want to heat up your pan with some oil, and you're going to dump in your carrots and your potatoes. Now you don't have to use those specific vegetables. I just like those vegetables. I feel like they mesh very well together over the rice with the beef and all that. Also, make sure you turn your heat down, because I kind of forgot to do that and my carrots were kind of like a little burnt, but they still were tasting good because a little crisp never hurt nobody. But yeah, just make sure you cover it and let them cook down for a little bit.
A few moments later.
And then boom, there you have it. Your potatoes and your carrots will be a little bit softer. So now you can add in your other vegetables, because these vegetables won't take as long to cook down. So I added in some onions and some mushrooms. I freaking love mushrooms, so I try to add a good amount. But once again, you don't have to use these vegetables if you don't want to. You can substitute them for whatever you want. Then we mix it up, and then we're going to season it now with some garlic. Don't be shy with that seasoning. I say this in every video. Season it up. We're going to add some onion powder. And we're also going to add in some Himalayan pink salt. I can never say that. Alright, and then lastly, you're going to add in some beef broth. Add in as much as you would like. Obviously, you can tell I didn't use any type of measuring cups. Then you're just going to mix everything together to just get really everything, you know, evenly spread it amongst the food. And then you're going to cover the food, and you're going to cook it on like a low medium or a medium low temperature for like a few minutes.
A few moments later.
And boom, don't that look so good? I know. Next, we're gonna do the thickening of the sauce. This part isn't necessary, but I like to do it because I like a thicker consistency. If you already like the consistency and you like the flavoring, then you could just leave it and move on. But I like to thicken up my sauce with flour. If you don't have flour, you can use cornstarch as well. Now here also is when you just kind of play around with it. You just have to keep adding until you get to the consistency that you like and the flavor that you like. See, I even add more beef broth, and I'm just playing around and getting it to where I like it. And then you also want to make sure you taste it, because that is very important. If you don't taste it, then you don't know if it needs more seasoning or whatnot. Then you just want to make sure you turn the heat down. You can recover it and put it on low and let it cook for a little bit longer on low. Next up is our beef cubes. This is going to take you about 7 to 10 minutes because we're going to broil. Broil is like the newest thing that I've discovered. I've always known about broiling, but I've never utilized it. So just make sure you hit your oven to broil however high it gets. Make sure that flame is flaming, and then you just stick in your cubes or your red meat or whatever. And then we're going to take them Jones out just after a few minutes. But remember, safety first. So grab that oven mitt. And then you're going to just look at these things and just be in awe of how good they came out. And then you're just going to want to cut them open to just see how pink they are, like how much pink is left, or if any of them have pink. If it's not to where you like them, then you want to put them back in, go for it. But don't do 7 minutes again. Don't, because they're just going to burn. And don't forget, meat is still cooking when it comes out the oven, when it's sitting there. So you don't want to fully cook meat while it's in the oven, okay? Because that's when meat becomes like chewy and just dry, when you overcook meat. All right, now that our vegetables cooked in the sauce for a little bit longer and the sauce thickened up, you can just add in the meat. But every single time I'm cooking, my lovely doggy, Anna, she don't leave me alone. So I always give her something, even though I might not should. Anyway, now you just want to stir it all up, turn the heat completely off, mix everything up so that it's evenly distributed. Look at that, guys. Look at that. And you're just going to cover it and remove it from the heat. And there you have it. A beef stew vegetable medley over rice. So good. So easy. All right. Let's see if it's any good. It's hot as freak. Mushroom, not bad. Potato, nice and soft and mushy. I'm not a huge fan of this style potatoes though, but my mom likes them. They just have a weird flavor to them, even when they're seasoned. Like, I don't know, I don't really like them. But they're good. Carrot. Soft carrots. Top tier. Top tier. And then my final was hot. But it's good. Another great meal. Over some rice. Homemade food is always the best food. Don't forget it. Keep taking care of your bodies.